This is the 9.2 guided practice with Mr. V and Lily, who just turned 10 months old. I'm going to be doing the evens. All right, so the first one here, remember to find the area of each parallelogram, I need to do base times height. When it comes to a parallelogram, I look for the 90 degrees. So I know that this is my height, this is my base. I would just do 9 times 5. That would give me 45 meters squared. We go to number 4. All right, so here's my 90 degree right there, right? So that means this is going to be my base. So if this is 8, this is going to be 8. And then this right here, the part of that 90 degrees is going to be my height. So I'm going to do 8 times 12. And that is going to give me 96 millimeters squared. Then we go over here to number 6. Now, number 6 is a little bit tricky, but think about it, that if you can do it like this, you can then also do it like inversing it, I guess you could say, so like that. So what that would look like is the 90 degree would be right here. So that would mean this would be your base, and then this right here would be your height. So you would do 2 times 7.5. The 3.1 doesn't matter. So 2 times 7.5 is going to give you 15 meters. Okay, so I just want to re-explain that one real quick. What I did was, I know this is on the outside and it's dotted, but what I can do is I can inverse this right here. Now to do that, all I need to do is just draw a line down. So then I put it on the inside of the triangle. And then what that does is that gives me, there's my 90 degree angle right there. And what 2 lines make up that 90 degree angle? Well, it's going to be, even though this one's dotted, but it's going to be this one right here, right? And then this one right here. So I know this one's 2. I know this one's 7.5, and I multiply those. And that would be meters squared. All right, going on to 10. So triangle, area of a triangle is going to be base times height over, or divided by 2. So and this one's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be 3 times 11 divided by 2, so it'll be 33 over 2, which is then going to be 16.5, and then we have inches squared. All right, for here, I have the height right there because I know that because of this 90 degree sign. But if this is 5 and this is 8, I need to add these 2 together. So that means that this whole length right here is going to be 13. So I'm going to do 6 times 13 over 2. 6 times 13, so that would be 60 plus 18 would be 78 divided by 2. And then that's going to give me 39 feet squared. All right, same thing here. I'm going to inverse this, so it would be kind of like that, something similar to that. And then what I know is that this is going to be 7, and this height right here is going to be 5.5. And I'm looking for just this right here. So what I need to do is 5.5, because that's my height, times 7 divided by 2, not 3, 2. So that's going to give me, let me get a calculator, 5.5 times 7 is equal to 38.5. Let's see if I did this one right or wrong. 30.5 divided by 2, it's 19.25. inches squared, and that one is correct. So those are my 3 answers there. All right, so find the area of the polygon. So I already graphed 22 here, and so I need to find the area of this polygon. So remember, polygon is just a multi-sided shape. This one looks like it's going to be, since it has the same slope, it looks like it's going to be, let's see here, we can't count, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to either chunk it up or we're going to have to use the Pythagorean theorem. So what I can do is, and I want to do this in a different color, I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem to find out the distance from right there. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm finding this distance on this line. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I would do 3 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. And this right here is c. So then I would do 9 plus 36 equals c squared. That would give me 45, so I got to take the square root of 45. So the square root of 45 would be 6.7, so c would be equal to 6.7. So then let's see here. This is on number 22. So that would be 6.7. I would do 6.7, then. So that would mean this right here is 6.7. And then, but here's the thing, I completely screwed up. I don't need to do any of that. And I just realized that. You want to know why? Because I know what the height is. And let me show you. I know what the base and I know what the height is because I can make a right triangle. So I do this in yellow. So if I do this, if I do this right here, you can see there's a height, and then we have that 90 degrees right there. Right here. So that makes 90 degrees. So my base would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my height would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I would do 5 times 6 over 2. So that's 30 over 2. And then that's going to give me 15. Now we don't have a certain units, but, oh wait, hold on, I just did triangles. What am I doing? Sorry about that. I just did the equation for triangles. Don't be like Mr. V. Have your notes ready at all times. The equation that I am looking for is just base times height. If it was a triangle, I'd be doing base times height divided by 2. So this is still just base times height. 5 times 6 is going to be 30. So for 22, it's going to be 30 units squared because there's no units in there. Let me graph the next one real quick. All right, so I graphed this next one, and as you can tell, I can't really find the distances except for on this side and on this side, but they're not the same. So what I would advise you to do is I'd cut it up. And I would do that, either that or what you could do instead of cutting it up is find your 90-degree angle. So if I were to look for a spot that I can make a 90-degree angle, looks like it'd be right here. Okay, and that's my 90-degree angle marker right there. So that means I would need the length of this and then the length of this, because that's all you need to, you just need to look for that 90-degree angle. So I would have, let's see, I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 would be my base. So that's 13 right there. And then my height would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6. So I'd do 13 times 6. And then I wouldn't have to do it over 2, obviously, because that would be for a triangle. I'm just worried about this one right here. So 13 times 6 is 78. And somehow I still got that one wrong. Let me try that again. Times 6. 78, give me 1 second. All right, so I finally figured this one out. 24 is a little bit tough, but good thing that I had the answer key nearby, because what I realized was that if I just do this, right, and I just look at I know this isn't the best drawing, but I look at this is not a parallelogram, right? Because that would mean, a parallelogram would mean that this side has to be parallel to this, and then this side has to be parallel to that. But that's not the case. So what I need to do here is I need to split some things up. So let's just take a quick look at what I had before, okay? So what I can do here is I can split this up and make a parallelogram and then also make a triangle. So if I start at this 5 right here, and then I go down to, let me get a better one, sorry. So as you can see up here, I have, if I go right here down to there, so I'm just going to draw a line from right here and then down a -1, or down 1, I guess you could say. What that does is that makes this equal to this, and then this equal to this. It's a parallelogram. So I can find the area of that right away. That's just base times height. So that would mean it'd be from right here, get even a different color out. So that would mean I need to find the area of this line, or I guess you could say of this right here. So what I would do is I know that the height, or the 90-degree angle, is just the height of it. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the base is this long part right here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would be 8 times 6, which would give me 48, okay? So now that I have that done, what I can do is focus just on this triangle right here. Okay, so keep in mind, again, this is a tricky one. This is our triangle as we see it right now, but we don't know the height. However, if we were to just draw in like our own little dots right here, that's where our 90-degree line is going to be. It's going to be right here. Okay? So what that means is it gives us the height right here. So the height of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the height of that triangle is going to be a 6. However, the base of the triangle is only going to be right here. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a triangle. So in my first one, I did 8 times 6, which is equal to 48, and that's fine. And then in the second one, I have to do, what was that, 6 times 5 over 2. 6 times 5 is 30, divided by 2 is 15. So then I take 48 and 15, and I get 63. So this one would be 63 units squared. So again, a little bit tricky. However, just keep in mind that it was not a parallelogram. The reason it wasn't a parallelogram is, I know it looked something like, kind of like that, but then like a deeper, so that's a bad last one. It looks something like that, but like So like, even if you could say this was parallel to this one was not parallel to that. So that's the reason why. It's just an irregular shape. So therefore, you need to break it up. All right, please feel free to email me with any questions. Let me know what you guys have. Have a good night.